Hello, it says we're live. And, hmm, indeed, we must be. Hello. So, Chloe and Michelle. Okay. So, I'm really tired tonight. I gotta warn you, I am not, I almost called it off for tonight. Hello. Oh, yeah, he's here. Mr. Wonderful. There he is, grooming himself. So, I almost called it off for tonight because I was so tired. Not really, not really quite feeling like I was gonna be energetic enough to do a show, but I had to come in because Chloe brought something to my attention that I just had to talk about. So that's why we're on later tonight, back to the old time. I needed a little time to eat and rest and do stuff like that because I just needed the time. Hey, Mark Ark Spark, Mr. Spark. Make it a short one. Yeah, I might not be on like really long because I'm probably going to need some sleep tonight. Uh, it's been a long day, man. It's been quite a day. I had all kinds of people calling me today about all kinds of things. Oh boy. And so it was really interesting though that Chloe um, gave us something. I'm going to put the link in here. Okay, hang on. If I can. It's not letting me do it. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Okay, somebody else's show. But if you look at their thumbnail, that picture was taken over Warren, Ohio, which is just down the street, just down the way. And it's a host of angels in the sky, in the clouds. And there were some very odd anomalies about that. Mm-hmm. You've had a long 4 days. Yeah, seems like the whole week has been really interesting, huh? Oh, it's telling me that there's only one person in here watching. Isn't that funny? Anyway, so this is so interesting. It's like a line when you go to that link, and it's Mr. BBB, the guy who does the earthquakes and sky pictures and stuff like that. And I've been sub to him for such a long time. Yeah, Mr. BB333. Yeah. Right, that's the one. That's the one, Mark. That's what we're talking about. That's one that Chloe Cotton sent me. That is the same day as my stream, where I all of a sudden, where I cannot, I'm so antsy. I feel like I'm going to fly out of my skin, and I can't hardly stand it. And when I relax, suddenly I'm speaking light language and all kinds of stuff happened. Okay. So if you weren't there for that show, you might also want to take a look at what went on in that show. Now, I've run into that lots of times. I've seen, and I guess so has Chloe. Um, I have even had in the past, I've had pictures of beings in the sky, cloud beings in the sky, and looking like angels. And really, I used to fall asleep sometimes out in the courtyard in my chair. Just I would meditate, and then sometimes I would sleep in the sun a little bit. I remember one time I looked up and there was an angel right above my head. Um, and I guess that's to let me know that, I'm never going to be left alone. Yeah, I don't think you were there. It was definitely a magical night. Well, apparently in the sky, apparently on that day, um, we're the host of heaven. We came up with, I was talking about the birth of Venus and is, Jupiter pregnant? This something Metafossil University Roger came up with, and I think he's right. But it looks like Jupiter's fixing to have another baby, another one who was the first one. Well, I'm not sure who the first one was, but Venus was like the last one that we know of. But when Venus popped out, something went really wrong or odd. Something went strange. Something went a little sideways, and it caused cataclysms in this solar system. And she skidded across and made a huge scar in Mars, it looks like, and then started spinning the wrong way due to that, because it's sort of like billiard balls, and came in near Earth orbit and messed with our rotation, and is probably the reason why we have 24-hour days instead of 36-hour days. Because the Mayans said we used to have 36-hour days, which is oddly a long time ago when I just kind of let myself go by my own schedule. That's that's my schedule. That is the natural schedule of me. My body is 36 hours, a 36-hour schedule, and I thought that was interesting. But then I thought it was further interesting to find out way later that according to the Mayans, that was our original length of a day, which altered after this event. So this isn't stuff that you're going to hear in in science class. They're not going to tell you this kind of thing. I don't know. Or here's okay. Yeah, I was singing in light language. Singing. Yeah, that's one thing that came up is if that is a planet being born, there would be a new heaven, and maybe the planet is new Earth, in which case there was a new heaven and a new Earth. Could be quite literal. I mean, seriously. Be a new heaven because there would be a new planet in our solar system. And remember, the ancients were obsessed with astrology and keeping time because probably, well, probably in no small part because they've had cataclysms and they wanted to know when things were going to happen. You want something like that to happen, you want to have some kind of forewarning. I mean, so yes. So somehow, and then I wasn't sure what I was saying, but I kind of felt what I was saying. And then I heard myself say, even though you didn't understand the words, you still understood the meaning. And then people were saying, yeah, I kind of do understand what you were doing. And then Chloe did the translation. Chloe, our counting countess. Yeah, I was floating. I guess I was remote viewing or remote locating, probably bilocating somewhere in the new earth. I felt like I was in some kind of fluid, probably the amniotic. I got that I was in the amniotic fluid of that planet, and that I was somehow there. And believe me, very confusing for me because I'm there like, what the heck, I felt like I was going to jump out of my skin, though. That I just, I, w- I just felt like, when the cats and dogs have the zoomies and they just want to run all over the place. I kind of felt like that. I felt like I was just going to fly all over the place. I mean, after I sang in the light language, I felt much calmer. It was okay then. I was comfortable again in my body. So, yes, I like the spark, Mark. Yeah. So, believe me, this is not anything I was expecting. Not at all. Okay. Not even close. But my energy did definitely shift after that. I am not the same person as I was before that. Um, the energy in my hands and my eyes were very funny. It looked like everything was vibrating, which actually, in reality, everything is vibrating. But it looked like I could see it, and then something was going on with my hands. And when I put my hands up, the technology malfunctioned. So I was affecting the technology. What exactly did happen when I put my hands up? Yeah, it was me, but not me. That's kind of how I felt too. So I guess I have my hands are different, and definitely, and yeah, I kept feeling something going on with my hands. So today I had some healing work to do, and I just decided to let loose with it and do the light language, and the person felt it, really felt it. So interesting. And I did some things I tried some things with my hands, and they felt that. But I'm I don't know exactly where this is going, but I had to come on because when we get a confirmation like this that something was going on that day, nobody's talking about this except Roger about Jupiter being pregnant. And if you watch that show, you'll see why. And also, I think, didn't I put Roger's link in the. I'm wondering if I did remember to put Roger's link in our group tab, in our community tab. If not, I'll have to put it in there. But if you're, sub to Mud Fossil University Rogers place, um, he had it's the one where you see this big like blue green trough in the middle of the red. That's the one about Venus and what happened the last time Jupiter gave birth and why he says Jupiter gave birth. Well, and he showed the structure on Jupiter that they kept calling an eye. They keep calling an eye is actually a vagina. So John has shown you Libya's labia, right? We have seen these structures on the face of the earth, and now we're seeing them on other planets too, and we're starting to get a sense of what kind of a universe we're really in here. And it certainly ain't anything like the one that we've been told. This is nothing like the one, and yet it's exactly as we've been told. It's exactly okay. It's like the old writings say, but the way that it's been interpreted to us has been all wrong. Okay? So the old writings say a lot of this stuff. We just, or whoever translated, just didn't understand it. And so did not get the message to us, the correct message. So thank you, dear. Thank you, Witchy. Was that was that at me or that that was at Chloe. Translation. And of course now we're not getting the we're not being able to see, they're not showing us the chat during the show anymore. So unfortunately we lost that information. However, I'm sure that Chloe can get it back. We can get it back. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah. I was feeling it, but trying to put it exactly into words was hard. But then again, when I'm doing that kind of stuff, it can be very hard to get it together to actually talk about what I'm seeing and feeling. Though I tried. I really tried to let you know what was going on because I know I'd be interested if I was watching this happen to somebody. I was like, what exactly is going on there? So, you would freak out if you burst into light. Well, I've learned enough about myself to not freak out anymore. I mean, I've gotten past the point of freaking out because I've just spontaneously did stuff that I had no flippin' idea I could possibly do. I had no idea. My like mass crossing overs. I didn't even know there was such a thing possible, when I did my first. But I did it somehow. Um, and when I went back in time and did mass crossing overs, which was really a crazy stunt if you think about it. And I did it live on the show. This show has recorded some very strange events in my history. maybe in human history in general, but I'm a I get surprised by this stuff. And that's when I'm really glad I have an audience that knows something about what's going on. Yeah, there was a lot in there, and maybe one day we can listen to it and really kind of really get the message out of that. But yeah, it was I kind of knew what was going on, even though I didn't understand the words, and that's exactly what was said. It's like even though you didn't understand the words, the language, you still got the meaning. You understood the meaning, you know what I said. So so this is as big a mysterious times to me as it is to anybody else. But I shouldn't be surprised because I've been told for a long time now that I was going to have a very big breakthrough, that something big was going to happen, and it was going to be something like this. Although it wasn't describing the exact event, it was saying you're going to have a huge breakthrough, and it's going to be something something really outside the realm of anything normal. It's going to be way outside, and that my energy was going to shift upwards. I was going to take a step up. I really think I did. So my vibration is different now. Um, Although I'm not sure I will know the full effects of this right away. Thank you. Thank you. Um, well, this is interesting. Um, if you watch the video about the clouds, then you know that there was an object in the sky up there in the middle of one of those angels. So, what was that object? But I've seen objects like that in the sky. Oh, you've seen more of the helicopters. Well, there's a lot of stuff going on, and somehow Texas is the focus of a lot of stuff. And I think that might be because it's a border state and they keep talking about the sleeper cells now. It's not a secret anymore. Jason was talking about that. Um, but we've known it for a long time that having open borders basically is disastrous. We've been sold out. So to hear the scuttlebutt that there is sleeper cells all over the place, armed and ready to attack when ordered, should be no surprise. I think I'm going to do something about the sleeper cells. Shall we do something about them? Which in Texas. Me woman Stephanie is in Texas too. Texas is really, I think, going to be the epicenter of a lot of things that are going on. In Ohio is probably important because of all the sacred sites here. We have a lot of sacred sites up here. We have a lot of things like Indian mounds. So We have the Serpent Mound and everything up here. And we have lots of all other smaller mounds. And I'm almost positive that there's this mountain it's actually a hill in southern Ohio. There is this hill that I would drive by to go to this place called Angels in the Valley where we used to have meetings. And every time I drove by it, it looked like a freaking pyramid to me. And I bet you underneath that hill is the tip of a pyramid. If you dig down, you're going to find a pyramid in Ohio, down there in southern Ohio. I can almost guarantee it because Serpent Mound is down there. And Ohio is just that weird. So, and yeah, Texas, like I said, I think it's because Texas is a border town and they're expecting trouble. They are expecting trouble. Well, we're going to have to get ready and make sure that it's not a bad thing. Maybe that it just wakes people up, but doesn't do a lot of harm. We can do that. As a matter of fact, I can call for that. Are you ready, though? Will you help me? We're going to take care of the whole sleeper cell problem. I don't know where that came from just now. We can take care of it. We can help mitigate that sleeper cell problem. Okay. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Let's wait until the whole crew gets here. Because that's what I'm going to ask for. And maybe there'll be light language involved. I don't know yet. I just kind of wait on what's going to happen. How you doing, James? Well, but I mean, think about it. I've been a part of flattening tsunamis. I've been a part of changing weather. I've been a part of all kind of mass crossing overs throughout time. I have bilocated onto other planets. Uh, I guess ushering in the birth of the new Earth is kind of to be expected that I'd be doing something like that. And then, I mean, although I certainly didn't expect that, it's nothing I expected. I mean, when I started that show, I had no idea that was going to come up. No idea. Hi, Groove. I had no idea. Yeah, kind of. Hey, when you've been through all the crap we've been through, it's kind of a hit the ground running sort of thing. Hey, Groove, I got something to show you. I think you'll like. Can you see that? It's a Schumann resonance disc. What do you think of them apples? And I have one. And I've had one lying around and I just found it last night. Charged it up. I don't know what to do with it. I don't even know why I bought it. I got it off of Temu. It was on sale and I thought, oh, I'd buy it. They'd send me instructions and stuff and I'd find out all about it. It looked real interesting. I only spent like $6 and something on it. So I thought that'll be interesting. They didn't send me anything. They didn't send me any instructions on what to do with this sucker. Does anybody know what to do with these? It's a human resonance generator. Apparently, you charge them up because there's a charging port, a C charging port right there. So apparently, you charge these things up, and then they emit a low frequency resonance that you can't hear, but you can kind of feel. Like I can kind of feel this. It feels different from anything else I'm picking up. So I have one of these. If somebody knows how one would use that, please tell me about it. Oh yeah, Jupiter had a vajayjay. Mm-hmm. Well, that's what Roger was talking about. Well, this does charge. This does charge. It has a C plug right there. Charges like a phone charger. It plugs in right there. And then there's the circuits up there. See? And I don't know because, of course, it's charged now, so I don't think it was lighting up when it was charging. But then after it was charged, it quit lighting up. Now, this thing is supposed to have like 400 hours, but the orange light kind of goes like that. I take it that that's when it's charging, is when the orange light's doing that, because eventually that goes off. In the meantime, I have no idea what else to do with this, except it's supposed to be beneficial. Now, I gotta say, I can feel less stressed. I think I've been less stressed out since I've since I charged it up. I um I can kind of feel, I think I'm feeling something. But am I feeling this, or am I feeling the after effects of what happened on the show? I'm not sure. Hard to tell. Sorry, dark meta. You know what? Um when I go back into YouTube, I'll mod you, okay? So anyway, that's that thing odd that I have. I also have a resonance speaker, which looked interesting, and it said it sounds different depending on what you attach it to. So this speaker uh, sounds different depending on what you put it on. That's little suction cups back there. So I couldn't resist trying to find out why, what was going on with this thing. But the thing is it doesn't have the greatest sound in the world, but maybe I just don't have the right thing to put it on to attach it to. So if anybody knows about this, let me know. I have these gadgets. I'm not even sure what to do with these gadgets. They don't give you, uh, I keep expecting that there's some kind of information in a brochure. Nope. They just send you the object and it has something that I mean, this has something written on it. It has what's written on the back of this item is human resonance SR are a set of spectrum peaks in the extremely low frequency or ELF portion of the ELF ELF F ELF oh, portion of the Earth's electromagnetic field spectrum. ELFs. Okay. Schumann resonances are global electromagnetic resonances generated and excited by lightning discharges in the cavity formed by the Earth's surface and the ionosphere, while they'd been predicted in 1952. Schumann resonances were first measured reliably in the early 1980s. Since then, scientists have discovered that variations in the resonances correspond to changes in the seasons, solar activity, activity in the Earth's magnetic environment, in water aerosols in the atmosphere, and other earthbound phenomena. And that's all it says. And that tells me absolutely nothing what I'm supposed to do with this. Okay? It says nothing except it says it's supposed to make you feel more calm. Well, I don't know when it's working and when it's not working because I can't hear it. Can I feel I think I'm feeling it, but then again it's kind of hard to be sure. Put it under the mongoloids. Who's that? Who's I did Google it. I did. I couldn't find that much on it. I did that. I looked on Amazon where it's also available. I looked for reviews. There aren't many. Some people said it didn't do anything. Some people said it did a lot of things. But exactly how to use it, nobody's saying. I have no idea. Now, I guess people have used it to charge objects, water or something like that. And I guess we could try that and see if it charges water. Yeah, it could be. You know what, Michelle? I have no idea. Could it be psychosomatic? Could be. I did that, James. I found the exact object. Still not very much information about it. But if you find more, let me know. I went through several pages and couldn't find very much about it. Kind of odd. Some people were saying it is something, some people were saying it's not something. Yeah, I was thinking John needs to come in here. Yeah, it's supposed to make a calm atmosphere, which I have to say, it does seem to be working in that regard. I think that the cat likes it. I mean, it doesn't bother him at all. The resonance speaker, yeah, I'm not sure what to do with it either. And, they did have a couple of examples of what people have done. They put it on different things and it sounds different. But I guess I don't know what I'd use it for other than, wow, that's a nice novelty. Uh, as far as a speaker, my speaker on my phone is better than that speaker. So I'm thinking it would have to be put on the right object to be used in any really effective way. It kills monsters. What? Oh, mood manipulation, yeah. That's what it's supposed to be like, supposed to be less stress. It's supposed to help you to not stress as much because it's the natural frequency of the earth. So, but, how do you measure something like that? It says it kills monsters. Are you are you jiving me, James? Kills monsters? I didn't come across that. Um, but who knows? I don't like I said, I think I got it really cheap. So I thought, "Oh, it's really cool, and I'll find out about it later." And no, still working at that. But yeah, mood manipulation. Well, I first saw it on YouTube, the little speaker, the resonance speaker. It's called a resonance speaker. I'll hold it up again. And it does change depending on what you stick it to. And it does get louder, like by itself, you can barely hear it. And then you attach it to something and it's a lot louder. But I'm not sure, there is some distortion. So you'd have to find the right thing to attach it to. And then it would probably really rock. So it's a cool item. I just haven't quite figured out how to utilize it yet. And it has, you charge it like you charge a phone or anything, which is the way everything is these days. And then it has these buttons, has a couple of buttons here for, you can get the radio, and then you can also Bluetooth hook it to your phone or device. So that's what's going on there. And then there's a couple holes over here. I have no idea what that's for. Couple, I don't know if I can put them where you can see them, but I don't know what those are for. But and there's a little sucker cups on there. This may be, I kind of feel like maybe if we peel that off, that might be something to stick it to something with. Like you might stick that to some object if you want it to be. So I have two objects that I have really no idea what I'm going to do with them. Oh, well, I can alter my state without that, but this is supposed to be something that you can kind of play in the background, which is nice because you don't have to think about it. Oh, if there's no monsters around, Oh, okay, well, Alice never stops kissing you. That's the doggy. Yeah, okay, that figures. So anyway, hello, Michelle Cannon Free. Well, it's another thing that you can do is play, and I know many people who have tested this out is play the subliminal, like the solfeggio and the right frequencies in the background. And things get better, you know? Stuff starts to happen. It's because of the frequency. So, um, the frequency emitter in the background, I can bet that it would have a positive effect because if it emits human frequencies, because that's the natural frequency of the earth, it would be like going out and earthing yourself. Yeah, maybe it charges food. I don't know. Someone use an EMF detector. Pallas was a general at Stalingrad. Eh, how did we end up with talking about that? Hmm. Yeah, it looks like a yo-yo. So, yeah, actually, if you're with me, yeah, I'm thinking maybe we take care of these sleeper cells. I don't want to do this though if somebody's going to freak out if I start suddenly speaking in light language or if somebody's kind of skittish about it. I mean, I suppose I could do this by myself. However, I would kind of like Chloe around because she can tell us what I said. Oh, it gives you the frequency resonance, whatever you put it to. Oh, how interesting. Yeah, I did a video a long time ago when Paul got his EMF detector. It turns out there was a place in my living room where the readings were astronomically high. And I remember somebody was saying, oh, well, it can't be that high because if it was, there would be hallucinations and this and that and portals opening. I said, are you trying to tell me that there isn't that happening? I'm seeing dead people walk through my living room. Maybe that's why. And you know what? It was right where my desk was located. It was right over where I was doing all of this stuff during my shows. That's where the EMF meter went off the charts. Oh, Palace Cat. Yeah. So I moved things around because I thought that might be unhealthy to have something like that just kind of hanging out. And that maybe that's why I was feeling fried because for a while there I was feeling totally fried. Uh, so, you know, and of course we don't know enough about the EMF meter. That was another thing that didn't come with a whole lot of explanation. I mean, we got some readings off of that sucker that were really wild. So, But if we are in a construct, if we are in a matrix, and it looks like we are, I mean, we keep hearing about codes, we keep hearing about all of these things that keep making it look like it's a matrix. I mean, it keeps confirming the matrix theory, and sorry, and no matter what you do, there you are. No matter where you go, there you are. Buckaroo Banzai. Hello, Sky Falls. So, yeah, I'm kind of feeling that I'm not as antsy, but I am kind of feeling that weird energy around me. I have a feeling something is going to happen tonight. Yeah, I don't mean to call you weird. I just mean unusual. I don't want anybody to be offended when I say weird. It's actually helpful. White El Nino. What does that mean? Oh, yeah, we were supposed to be in a deep freeze by now, but we averted that. Yeah, they were trying to put us in a deep freeze. They were trying to soup up El Nino, make it a super El Nino so that we'd have this extra cold winter or something. I saw that video, but I think we averted that because now we have pretty much we're having El Nino weather here. And if it is coming, it's probably not coming to Ohio. I don't know. Are we in the same version of reality? I don't know. All I know is that the sky streaks stop before they reach my area. And sometimes they start back up again on the other side of the property, you know, outside the property lines. So I don't know. I know that my friend who has known me for years, who lived here for years, she's moved now, but she says it's the strangest thing. It's like since I've been here, it's like there is this area right around here that the weather is different. The weather is just different. That it's she says it's almost like somebody has their hand over this area, and she got to know me, and it's like, found out, I manipulate the weather, and of course at first she thought that was kind of nuts, but then she saw too much. And she started to be like, and then she started to look at the weather patterns changing, and like, oh, maybe she is doing something. There have been no destructive storms here since I moved here. So you're welcome. From what I hear, eventually we're going to have moderated weather all over the earth. New Earth is not going to have as harsh a climate anywhere. The the new Earth will have a mild climate everywhere. That doesn't mean that there won't be variation. There will, but it will have a relatively mild climate everywhere. So we won't have the vast extremes that we have now. It's not going to be as extreme. And yeah, that's right. You were the one asking for sunny weather. Yes, I'm so glad. Mhm. Telling me it worked out. Yes, thank you. So here we go, guys. And if I've got godlike superpowers, so do you. Because I keep telling you, I'm God and so are you. We are divine. One of my recent readings, that's exactly what it said. Your purpose is, and she was kind of stumbling over the words. She was kind of stumbling over the words like, it's hard to describe. It's hard to describe what you're doing, but it's like it's almost like you're teaching people to be gods. It's like, yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. Thank you. Yes. Or something, it's always this or something. It's like, wow, this is really weird. That's what I'm getting. It's like, okay, yeah, that's what I'm doing. So, yeah, the readings are saying it too. We're getting confirmations all over the place, including a string of angels in the sky. So, in the clouds, which I deal with cloud people all the time, I've told you that. They love me. We're very good friends. We're on a family basis. Mhm. Break out the keys. What does that mean, Mark? Well, I'm breaking us out of prison, yeah, if that's this is a jailbreak. Tonight there's going to be a jailbreak. I kept hearing that on Tuesday night. Now there's Tanya. Now I told her I was going to be on tonight, and she's trying to call me. Tanya, read your damn messages. Yeah, right in my area, right over Ohio. That's where the angels were that day, the same day that this happened. Let's see if we can bring them back. I feel that they are still here, maybe not visible, but still here. I'm going to take care of the sleeper cell problem tonight. Of course, I'm going to ask that it be in divine order and for the good of all. But there's too much fear. And that peace come to the Middle East, maybe we can cause that too. Maybe we can affect that too. Maybe we can affect all these things. And if we can, I'll ask that it happen in divine order. And in a way that's for the highest and best good. And then I don't have to worry about it. Um, so I think I'm going to start that. So I think first I'm going to ask for neutralization of sleeper cells and the fear that all of that is is causing. That maybe if that happens or is found out to to be a fact, that it happened in a way that's for the highest and best and for in accordance with a divine plan. And then I'm going to ask my guides if this is a good idea. I'm kind of getting the nod. Okay, let's do it. Mhm. I don't know what's gonna happen, whether it's gonna be something with my hands, light language, or some other thing that I'm not expecting. My hands are heating up. Okay, there's some kind of field going on between my hands that I can feel. I don't know if anybody else is. I don't wanna short out my or glitch my last time we glitched the stream with it, so I gotta be kinda careful here. Tanya, trying to call again. Tanya, please read your freaking messages that I've been sending you. I am not gonna answer you in the middle of a broadcast. Okay. Tokomama. Dura Jika Barayaskunugo Barayam Tikara Emaratiam Biriam Ida Yapatikor Miatika Intia Barayo Barayam Siriam Nediskim. It Kagariam, it got bold to go Corrio Podada. Abara, yeah, Abara, Portugal, and Akapatatia. Apatiram Corium di I Borgias Calamania. Area by Oirahiska. Me Paya Garaya Maria. Boria, I Barea Scaramaya. I am a Iscabaria when she Upa. Elisabria Mtika, Doriscaria Tika, Roriscaria Tika, Ra, Nicadaria, Proven Pia, Nticoria Biara. Orero Scariban Hidiabescomria, Nuclear, Ticadaria, Moriava. Iraba get cleaning on any barabra, Scaminian, Ticati Manascoti Biriaman. It can inigita, I give over Anna, Moria, Skibla, Imro. Awo boboro. Awo boro mani waro. Ayo boro mani waro. Ri was skeri waro. Amara gets skeri on. Molo yuri or go on. I skeri the big skeri in ticket chapter water. You must go to the brown and we skilla. Ever I get skeri of nearly for a really was a skeri of near one who goes over the area. Totally better. You are a may know what we have had hard, but was capamini, they were carried up, but was very hard. Era Syria and Migri completely addiction Montpellier could call him Miria Bia Brexit Guerra. But Pariaris get a money together, Pariaris can be video, Mariska Mamma. And many is money out, neither can he has money and here's money and I got to get a body or money. But Boriska Mariana, I Borores, Maria Riara. Everybody is going to get him in any brisket or any other which could have read Africa, scary, a very scoblary. Many names come to me up the above, and you go to area above Harry or why you guys go to Maria or what is going to be area. I don't know. Ania. I'm floating again. I'm up in the air. I'm somewhere up in the air. That's what I'm seeing. I'm floating. I'm bilocating, I think. I think I'm bilocating. I'm not sure where I am. Yes, I'm seeing clouds all around me. That's what I'm mostly seeing. And under me, I see clouds. That's weird. It's like I'm seeing the sky, but it's almost like it has a coating over it. It's like it has a thin coating of blue over this darker blue. And then up beyond that are some lights. And that might be stars. And anybody want to come up here with me and take a look? You can, if you can remote view, you can do this too. You can come on up here with me. Tell me what you think. I don't see why not. Is anybody up here? Or am I just hanging here in the middle of the sky alone? No, there appears to be, I feel like there are people here, or somebody here. Whether or not they're actually people, I don't know. But somebody's here. But I feel them, I don't see them. I see some lights in the clouds. I see different colored lights in the clouds. Almost like lightning, but not quite. Almost like the northern lights, but not quite. I see green, gold, blue, mostly blue, green, gold, some red here and there. It's very beautiful. It's very serene. I'm not sure what I'm doing here, but it feels nice. I'm wondering if I can move around. Yes, I can move around a bit. I have to kind of steer with my mind. Yes, I can kind of move. It's going to take me a little while to figure out how to move, I think. Wait, yeah. Am I? Yeah. It's like outside of these clouds, it's kind of dark. Hmm. When I go down, it looks darker. When I'm up in the clouds here, it looks very bright. When I go outside of this range, it looks darker, not pitch black or anything, but darker. Hmm, that's very interesting. And I'm not seeing anything solid there for now. Looks like more clouds. Where in the heck am I? Okay, well, I think I'll just stay there for now until that becomes more clear. Hmm. It's creating. Okay. Yeah, there are lights all around. There's kind of a darker area under me. Still looks cloudy when I go down a little ways, but it's darker. When I go up a little ways, like I said, it looks like there's some kind of a blue film over a darker sky with stars. When I go up, it's easier to go up than down. I'm going to try and go sideways and see if there's anything in these clouds. Well, nothing that I can see but these lights. Um, Anybody want to come up and take a look? Chloe, did you get anything of what that was? I think that was for the sleeper cells. Well, whatever this place is, it's peaceful. It's nice. It doesn't hurt. I guess I'll just hang out here a while. This must be another part of me. Um, Although, yes, I have yet to know exactly why I'm here. 2222. Yeah. Hmm. Well, I don't know what to do from here exactly. What else did we want to do? Oh, yes, weather. Some more sunny weather. And could we keep a nice, moderate temperatures so that we don't have these issues? And if it's in the highest and best good, could we have peace break out in the Middle East and over on the Gaza Strip? And I know, okay, I'm getting that. There is a reason the events are happening the way they are. There's only so much mitigation we can do. However, we can send some good vibes that way, that they happen in the best possible way. Stuff is going to happen. It, okay. There is also free will to consider. That's true. We have to consider free will. Oh, yeah, we're going to be fine. Okay, Korea. Interesting. Yeah, Korea's been coming up in my mind a lot lately. Huh. Yeah. In my mind, Korea. Wonder what's going on with Korea. Yeah, we're gonna be okay. We're not in that. I mean, we personally are not gonna get sucked into that unless you want to. If you wanna get sucked into it, you can go do but, there might be there might be a shard of me, a fractal of me that's gonna go help with casualties and get them to the right place, yes. Yes, that will happen. The casualties, get them to the right place. It's one of the things I do in my sleep, make sure they get to the right place safely. I do have to say something. Yeah, don't get sucked into it. Don't get sucked into the drama of that. Things are happening that have to happen. Now, here's what came up after that the morning after, okay? I came up thinking about the Bible passage, the woman who's giving birth in Revelation. Remember? The woman who's clothed in the sun with the crown of stars, giving birth to a child. What if that's Jupiter? There will be a new heaven and a new earth if Jupiter gives birth. Yes, there will be. Remember that Venus is about the same size as Earth and could well have been another Earth. Yeah, I don't know what all I do in my sleep, but I get flashes of it, and then sometimes later in the news I see it in the news. Yeah. Um so I looked into it. One, she's going to give birth. There's a dragon standing ready to eat the child, but the child is taken care of, and she goes off basically to hide, to shelter for 1,620 days, which they liken to may actually be years. Does that mean Jupiter is going to disappear for over 1,000 years? Or alternately, if it is days, then that would be about 3.5 years. You know what we need? We need somebody that knows better about the cycle of the planets and what Jupiter's cycle is. The cycles have to do. Jupiter must have a cycle like women have cycles then. Because see, that wouldn't be Jupiter, the male Jupiter, that would be Juno, the female version of Jupiter. Yeah. Is it? Well, I know somebody was talking about we had the lineup over the summer. So, and now we have this stuff going on suddenly with Israel, which is part of all that. But anyway, there would definitely be a new heaven and a new earth. We'd have to completely redo astrology, wouldn't it? Be a new astrology. And we'd have to hope that it happens in such a way that it doesn't make cataclysms and cause another reset. But yes, in that show, I came up with, what if this is New Earth? What if this is the event that we've been hearing about? And I kind of got that the vast separation in the earth right now between the true earths is kind of like separating the wheat from the chaff. The people ready to ascend and the people who are not ready to ascend. So, or the wheat from the tares or whatever. It's like people who can go and people who can't go. That's what the separation is. So, and of course, NPCs are not going to be able to go because they're not real people. They don't have the soul matrix that we have. They don't have the soul being that we have. So, I mean, they're not going to be able to go. Yeah, the dragon was let loose. Yeah. So, yeah, this time is supposed to be no reset. Uh, but of course, there are some people that are worried about that. And this is not, I'm not saying this to be fear porn. This is just stuff people have put forth. I don't think there'll be a reset like that this time. Not, not that, not that cataclysmic. Or I should say, the reset's not going to be as cataclysmic as the last reset. I don't think. But so far, it looks like that's our new Earth being born. And we're all kind of going to be reborn with it. In a way, in a manner of speaking, that might be. And until I know different, that's kind of what I'm going to go with as working theory. Of course, if I find out that there is a different way of looking at this, I will look at it at that too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, apparently, as far as uh, I'm trying to remember what her name is now. She keeps changing her name, but there is somebody who shows up in John's group and sometimes shows up here. But she says it's Shambhala, the place where all of the ascended masters go, is in the butterfly galaxy. Um, that seems to be the heart of that seems to be where everybody goes. That seems to be where, and what they're calling Shambhala is. I'm getting that the door out of the matrix is in frequency 5. And the reason it is that way is to keep lower energies out, basically. By the time you get to 5, you're not going to be able to, even if they try to ride our coattails to 5, and they want to go, because that was something that Chris Geo was talking about. They just want to ride up with us. They want to get on the elevator and ride up with us. They won't be able to. They will not be able to take the frequency. So if they try to ride up with us, they're going to get fried. That's my understanding of it. And that's the reason it was set up that way. We can reach that. and they can't reach that. We can survive that frequency. We actually thrive that frequency. They will not be able to do that. Mhm. So, basically, yeah, they can't really come with us. It was set up that way so that the lower entities can't get out, okay? They can't get out of the box. We can get out of the box. They can't get out of the box. They're trying to lower our frequency to keep us in the box with them. See? And they're trying to coattail us because they know that we're going on up, but they can't go. But 5, from there, you can go anywhere. That's what I keep hearing in the Alice & Co. material, is that once you get to a certain level, you can go anywhere at all. Anywhere. Back home, hang around in 5 a while, go up to 6, 7, 8, whatever. Go, take a walkabout, whatever it is you wanna do. You can go anywhere from 5, okay? That's the door out, okay? But it's a frequency, and it's a frequency that can't be matched by just anybody. You have to be a soul. You have to be a high enough vibrating soul, or you can't get there. Yeah, to it's like it's like a border crossing guard, right? It's like a filter. I do get it. Yeah, NPCs will not be coming. Probably Zetas are not coming with us. I don't think so. I don't know. Not unless they can vibrate high enough. None of those lower entities can come with. They'll get fried. Yep, they will not be able to get through. No clones allowed, right? That'll be the end of clown world. The clowns will have to stay back where they were. Maybe they'll all be happy in their own little clown world. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they'll enjoy it. Do you obtain the keys? Well, I've seen the Rainbow Bridge, but the Rainbow Bridge was really more like a portal. But that's what they've said. Many years ago, we were told, where now it's a bridge. Years ago, now it's a bridge. One day, it'll only be a step. In other words, the gap is closing. Okay, we're closing the gap. Now, when my cat ascended, it was just a portal opening. All she did was hop through the portal and she was gone. She was in this beautiful place, beautiful green place. And she turned into this beautiful all white cat. A very regal looking, I guess, Lyran. Okay. And some people say they have another name. I'm not sure what Hazarian or something has a something. There's another name for their species. I don't. I I wish I knew. I wish I had some kind of a chart like that. That I guess there is a chart floating around that gives you the names of all these aliens, ETs, other forms, whatever. I guess they turn into dog beings. Maybe they turn into dog people. But yeah, my kitty cat turned into a beautiful. She was a tabby. She was an Aegean actually. Looked like she had a lot of tabby in her. She was one of those cats that had a white belly, and kind of silver tabby looking on the top. Beautiful kitty cat, really, and beautiful markings on her, and beautiful silver tip to her fur that glistened in the sun. She was a beautiful kitty. Yeah, something like maybe a Zarian or something like that. Something like that. But yeah, so I guess they have a name, another name that's more specific. But because Lyra, actually, a lot of different species were on Lyra. We were on Lyra. Our species was on Lyra. There were human-like species. There were cat, and dog, and different things. So it wasn't just cats. Um, hmm. So yeah, I'm really getting that. That's the door. That is where the keys are. That is where the door is. That's the place. And what are the keys? Are they frequency keys? That's something. What the Flock TV was talking about keys, like in frequencies. What if that is the keys? What if the frequencies are the keys? What key? Yes, like the key of. They have all these different keys: the key of E, the key of A, the key of, and you play music in the key of, right? What if that's the keys that we hear of? That would make sense. Because would it be metal keys? Well, maybe there'd be a version of that too. More likely, it would be frequency keys, would be sound or vibration. So I'm kind of going with that. Cool. To which I need, um, I would need to make clear that um, you could also have a key as a symbol that could symbolically be a key. But when you're singing in a certain key. And that may be all it is when your frequency is in a certain key, that's the keys to anywhere you want to go. Maybe anywhere you want to go is a frequency. Uh-huh. Hmm. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. Frequency keys, frequency keys, sound, vibration. Yes, that's what it is. That's what the keys are. How many of us are singers? How many of us are involved in music in some way? Or just very enamored of music? Hmm? Mhm. Oh, yeah, a lot of us love I had a skeleton key from my grandmother. I had a set of them. I really love those things. The frequency keys. Yeah, that's what Paul was saying. Mhm. So you'd never get out unless you hit the right frequency. And probably it looks like the different keys are the different places you're going. The different notes correspond to different places that you're going. And it is based on a numerical system, too. So it goes in with the numerology, the geometry, everything. Everything. The waves, the shape of the waves, the spacing of the waves, everything. Yes, it does go together. I think that is it. Yes, that's what I'm getting. Well, like I said, that's the working hypothesis at this time. Let's see if I get a positive. Is that my guides? Is that a good working hypothesis? First of all, let me test it. Cowboy is a sweet kitty cat. Okay. Yes. Okay. So, are we right about the keys, the sounds, the vibrations? Have we got that? Yes. That's, look at how it's swinging. Can you see this? Swinging really well. And I'm standing look how still I'm holding that. Okay. That's it, you guys. That's why five is where the door is. Yes. By the time you get to five, and then it's all nice and clean there because the lower stuff can't make it there, can't survive there. Hey, no, how you doing? Okay, so now that we know that much, we know that these are probably not going to be physical keys, although they might be symbolized by physical keys. I wouldn't put that beyond it, because a lot of things are symbolized by physical things. In microcosm, macrocosm, chances are maybe we will actually be handed something like keys, but really they will be free. Or will it be something like this? Mm-hmm. And I don't know why I had to have that. I just had to have this. It's kind of like I had to have this thing for some reason. I don't know why. I have no reason why I bought this. I have no particular reason why I bought this. Okay? I don't know. It's not like I throw away money. I don't generally. But for some reason I just had to have this thing. And for some reason I wanted this thing. Maybe there's a reason. This is a resonance. This is all about resonance. And this thing is about frequency. Maybe that is the key. Or maybe it's symbolic of the keys. Yes. Maybe that's why I keep being D, is because it's the dimensions, or densities. I'm D, I'm the dimensions, the densities. My name. Maybe that's what's with all the D names. Yeah. 7, 8, 9, you have to be divine. Now, Well, there you go. 4, 5, 6, the frequency will switch. And 7, 8, 9, you have to be divine. Yeah. 10, that's what it takes to win. And then things will never be the same again. Then 11 is obviously heaven. Now, let's see. What did I hear? I heard that, yeah, 11 is where you start to go. Um, you still have some physical component all the way up to like 10 or 11. And then you start to lose physical. You start to lose the physical altogether. You become non physical. Hmm. Hmm. Well, it looks like we're definitely figuring some things out tonight. I'm hearing a train in the distance on the track that's near here. It's not used very often. When it is used, it's used at night. I don't hear trains through here in the daytime. I always wonder about that. And I always say a little prayer. Please let that train be solid and stable and the tracks be clear. And safe. John Hutchinson, he arrays old electronic equipment in intuitive ways to produce strange effects. Probably something similar with you. Hmm. Skyfalls have seen themselves in high dimension. Chloe says at 9 you have a light body, but it has the physical shape of a human still, but no features. Um, just outline of light. Military track goes by at night. Yeah, that could be. So you're saying military trains go by at night? Hmm, that makes sense. It's a track that hardly ever used, except once in a while at night. But definitely not used daily. What is today? Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. Seems like it is usually a Wednesday. It's funny because Wednesday is the day that they sound the warning sirens twice in town, once in the morning and once in the evening. I always thought that was odd. They do it every week, supposedly to make sure that it works. But is that why? You know, I lived right near the building where they sounded that. It was very jarring and disorienting. Now I wonder. I have always wondered, do they really do it? Do they really do it? because they're testing it? Or is there some other motive? Like, does it keep the vibration at a certain state? And then we have this train rolling through the middle of the night on Wednesday night. There's something odd about all that. Yeah, for fear. That's what I'm thinking. No. Yeah, because it was absolutely disorienting and really horrible. It's like living near it was horrible. And it was in a school. It was right by the school. And right, in kind of the poorer section of town. And it was just so loud and so jarring. Yeah, does it really need to be tested weekly? I always thought, and twice in one day, every week. It's the only place I've ever lived where they did that. What the hell? Yeah, I always wondered about that. That's so weird. Everybody just takes it for granted. Yeah, yeah. I think most people only test it once a year or so. How often did they test the air raid sirens? And babies were already born afraid of it. Hmm. Isn't that interesting? I was thinking about my dream with the bugs. I had this dream. It was first I had the dream, and Chloe, I think, called it right, and so did Gemini. One of these guys that I know probably practices black magic. I really have always suspected him of that. And because there's something about him, okay? And him with this grin on his face and cooking something up, and there's a lot of fire. And it's like Hell's Kitchen or something, you know. Well, then Chloe got spirit cooking people is what Gemini got. Yeah, it's kind of what I got too. What's he cooking? The end of the dream right after that was the guy trying to feed me bugs out of a styrofoam carton, takeout carton. And the little ones, okay, the little ones, I wasn't that upset about. He was trying to feed me these great big ones, and I said, "No, I'm not gonna take those on my plate." And he says, "Well, you better take them because pretty soon that's all we're gonna have left." And I said, "Nope, I I'm just not gonna take them at all then." Well, I have then I found out these aphids were infesting my plant, and they came from another plant that one of my neighbors give me that it allows this guy, this cook, into her place. She's good friends with him. That's where the aphids came from. That's where the small bugs came from. And what do they attack? My food crop. I was growing those plants for food. And I had enough that I could eat some and I could also give some to my helper to take home, but it wiped them all out. And it's trying to wipe out my beetroots. I'm growing beet tops so I can have the tops because I'm not supposed to be having the roots while I'm getting rid of this CIRS. So I want the nitrogen. So I was going to eat the tops. Well, if they attack my crop, yeah, that's attacking my food crop. Yeah, that doesn't mean I'm still going to try and grow some. But that means I'm going to wait until this because these little it's white fly and these little gnats are everywhere. So I'm going to let it go until I'm sure that these guys are all gone. And once they're all gone, I'm going to start again. And I'm going to see if I can kill all of the white fly on the beetroot. Yeah, I will triumph. I guarantee. I will grow some food in this apartment somehow and beat that somehow. But there will be no foreign plants coming into my place. I mean, not from there, not from that direction. No, no. And yeah, it's messed up, man. So yeah, I think that's what it was. But that's what they want. They want us to have nothing to eat but bugs. Hmm. Yeah, if B. Freeman was here, he'd probably say that right off. Well, yeah, the soil is what I'm doing is what's suggested. What's suggested is a few drops of dish soap in water. Spray the plants down with that so that you're not using, poisonous sprays and stuff. Yeah, they did do that. They want that. Thing is, there's a lot of parasites carried on those bugs. The bugs have parasites. Also, the carapace is not good for the lining of your intestine. So it's not really good for you. I mean, that would not be good for us. Humans were not made to ingest heavy diets of bugs, okay? We're not built for that. So that would make us sick after a while, give us a lot of leaky gut, which causes a lot of diseases. And yeah, lots of nice treatable diseases and lots of trips to the doctor. So I guess it would be good for them. That's right, diatomaceous earth. I think I may still have some diatomaceous earth. You're right. Diatomaceous earth. See, because I realized they were getting in my tea, they were getting in my soup, anything I left for a few minutes setting, they were getting in my coffee. I was pulling them out of everything. I probably missed several. That's how come I was eating them. Okay, eating a few of them. Yeah, I was eating the smaller ones. That's what it was in the dream. The smaller ones weren't that bad, but when he started talking about the bigger ones, I said, okay, no way, I'm not going to eat any of them at all. That's what was going on. My subconscious was trying to tell me that that was, yeah, yeah. The guy in the dream, the person in the dream trying to feed me bugs, was trying to say, oh, but you better eat the big ones because pretty soon that's all we'll have left. It's like, oh, hell no, I'm not. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to eat any of these at all. That's what I said and pushed it away. I'm just not going to eat then. Wonder what would have happened in that dream if I would have eaten them. Probably not good things. Exactly. Oh my gosh. I just realized something. He had a garden. He was donating food. What do you want to bet it wasn't good food to the food bank? What do you want to bet it wasn't? Oh boy. Um, I wouldn't want that stuff. I don't know. You mean when he gets taken to prison for his crimes against humanity? I mean, you can eat bugs. It's not going to kill you, but it's not good for you to just eat bugs. Humans were just not made that way. I don't think it's wrong to celebrate when he goes, when Bill Gates is gone. But yeah, Project Skyfalls is probably right. Bill Gates is probably actually gone. That's probably just a clone or something. Probably not a real person. Wow. Well, James, I think I would be really careful about those granola bars. I wouldn't eat them. Maybe something's wrong with those granola bars. Yeah, I think I'd pass them on to somebody who didn't dream of choking on them. No choking. Yeah, I don't think I'd eat those. Yeah, don't take food from strangers. And you know, that's exactly what food banks are. People donate food to food banks. Many people rely on them. Most of the time, I guess it's probably not too bad. But then again, yeah, I had flies in here when they were talking about that. It's like when I was having these dreams and when I was having that thing in here, we had flies. That's when the flies started. We still got some little flies around that haven't quite died yet, but you're right, diatomaceous earth. Thank you. I think I know where I stashed my diatomaceous earth. And I bless my food, yes. Hey, Scotty, oh pantless one. The pantless one has arrived. Scotty, quit screwing around with those engines and get 'em on the line. We got places to go and people to do. You know, Scotty, you missed all the vagina talk. Where were you? All the vagina talk. You missed it all. All of it. Look, I was thinking to myself, gee, Scotty'll have a field day with this. And no Scotty. I was so disappointed. Yeah. Yeah. You missed all the Jupiter VJ. And how Jupiter is pregnant. You're gonna have to watch the shows because I'm not gonna go back all over it. I already went over some of it again in this show. I'm not gonna go back all over that all again. You're gonna have to rewatch the shows. And you also missed me spontaneously bursting into light language, and Chloe explained to him. Makes patties out of flies. Well, that's him. Yeah, I know, project. It wasn't you. Oh boy, that's good. We're wondering if now it's a virgin birth. Do planets need to have sex to have babies? We don't even know. Planets are both male and female. Yeah. Mud Fossil University Roger was showing how the spot on Jupiter, the structures on the spot on Jupiter, it's not an eye, it's a vagina. The structures are the same as a vagina. And stranger yet, it appears to be crowning. It's giving birth, it's turning round, and it's crowning. And it's throwing off red particles of some sort. In other words, her water is breaking. That means she's getting ready to give birth, if it corresponds. If he's right, Jupiter's pregnant, and we're about to have a bouncing baby planet on our hands, a brand new one. Yeah, they can dope them as a drug, so that's right. Yeah, Max would probably be looking for the gigantic penis for Jupiter, but you know, planets are both genders, apparently. Yep, I helped usher in New Earth with a creation song, yes. And even more so, we had a row of angels appear in the sky over Ohio in the clouds on that same day. We don't believe that was a coincidence. Yeah, Jupiter is a planet of expansion. It's considered lucky. But it wasn't lucky when it was birthing Venus. No, as a matter of fact, it tore away the Martian atmosphere and gave us a wobble, gave us a wobble and a spin. we're spinning too fast as it passed by. Now that's the theory, and knock the planets into weird orbits. And I guess Mars is still in an elliptical orbit. Hasn't entirely calmed down from being hit like a billiard ball, grazed by Venus. We're very lucky that the Earth is still around. That event was cataclysmic and actually killed off a lot of things. Killed a lot of things on Mars and on Earth. It was an extinction event. Some people lived to write about it and make stone etchings and stuff. Precession of the equinox. Right? Oh, we got some glitching again there. Okay. Move it back a little bit. Maybe my energy's affecting it. I don't know. Hey there. How you doing? I can't read from all the way back there. Can't read your chat. What happens? Well, I told you what happened last time. But it won't be the same this time. Apparently, this time, what's supposed to happen is the planet is protected, taken away and protected, and put in the. Gosh. I need somebody who knows. And you know what? Tanya's a little ass isn't in here, but she has some of this shit memorized. Why isn't she in here? She's called me twice. Why hasn't she figured out we're on and why isn't she in here? Because she would know this shit. She knew the whole fucking book of Revelation. Tanya, get your ass in here. Figure it out. Come on. Figure it out that I'm going to have to call her and ask her. See what she says about it. Yeah, I hope we don't get hit with the afterbirth. That wouldn't be cool at all, would it? She's in, where is she now? I think she's in West Virginia. Yeah, and what's the afterbirth? What is that like? Naughty Beaver knows. Okay. Well, Tanya would know, I think, if she can remember. She's the one who's going to be losing a kidney in January unless we can prevent that. I'm going to try and help her with that. What negative shit? We're not talking about anything negative. I'm not. As a matter of fact, it's going to be. See, you weren't here during the episodes that mattered, unfortunately, so you don't know. But it's actually quite positive. It might be, we think, Jupiter might be birthing our new Earth. Because if a new planet is born, then it will be a new heaven and a new Earth. I was somehow bilocating into the amniotic fluid and giving it a blessing. That's not negative, Scotty. I don't know why you think that would be something I'd be doing on this show, is trying to scare people. I'm trying to do just the opposite. I'm telling people what we can do about this. Oh, you were referring to the world situation. Okay. Oh, got to try the kidney flesh and stay away from the butchers. About what thing? No. Are you talking about the eating the bugs? Yeah, we're talking about a new heaven and a new earth. Um, hey, that's the way it looks right now. Like I said, that's our working theory, is that that's going to be the new heaven and the new earth. How we get to that new earth, I'm not sure. Will we just get transferred? Will we just float there? Will we just suddenly show up there? Would you, I mean, it is another OS. Maybe it's a different OS. I mean, remember, that, there could be a lot of reasons. There could be a lot of ways this could go down. And yeah, we were talking about the frequency keys. People are wondering when we get to frequency 5, what are the keys? Okay, well, they're frequency keys. They're musical keys, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm getting. The keys are vibration, sound, frequency. New heaven and new earth. New earth. There you go. I have my reservation too. Maybe that's why I was that's why I was saying, anybody want to join me? Anybody want to join me? Take a look around. What's going on? Give me your idea. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. Now I got you. No. Well, I've been telling her that for years, but she's not going to listen. She's going to do what she wants to do. Even though it'd be just the opposite of what I want to do. I'd want to do. I wouldn't want to do that. I mean, when I had my breast lumps, which terrifies women, right? It terrifies them when they hear that. I just thought to myself, okay, I'm going to shrink them. I'm going to get rid of them. I'll figure out how to do that. And I did. I got rid of them. And Chloe said she beat cancer. It's like we're not the kind to just sit there and decide we're going to die. No, let's carpool. Well, that maybe we can grab a DeLorean off of Elon. I mean, he did send one out into space. Oh, okay. No, yeah, I didn't know that was you. Okay. Okay. I wondered. So I kept asking, kept saying. So yeah, any of you that remote view can remote view this. And if you can remote view, you can buy locate. And if you can buy locate, you can do a whole bunch of other stuff. If you can remote view and buy locate, you can remote effect. Okay. So That's why okay, that's part of the reason why it's been kind of a secret. They don't want interference. Only a few people know about this. Not too many people know about this. Yeah, apparently the storm, they call it a storm, okay? The vajayjay, they call it a storm. Apparently, the it went from oval, kind of an eye-shaped oval, to round. It shrunk into kind of a round shape. But then Roger was showing how the clouds were swirling around this mound in the middle of it. That's why I was saying it looks like it's crowning. Oh yeah, you don't need that. We'll just cut it out. Like fuck you. Oh, you were just playing. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, nobody was saying anything. Oh, it's cleared out a little bit. It looks like there's a lot more space wherever I am. Yeah, and now I kind of see these cloud walls, but they're farther out from me. They're not like I'm not right in the middle of all these clouds. I'm like, there's some space between me and them. What's down there? Oh, wait, where am I? There's lights down at my feet too. Whatever my feet are, I can't see my feet. Am I upside down? Did you turn me upside down? Did you come along and just go whoop while I wasn't looking? Oh, thank you. Um, if that's at me. Oh, did Jupiter look like it gained weight? I don't know. How would I know? I don't know. And how long would a planet be in gestation? And would we even notice that difference? I mean, we've only just recently had the ability to know these things, to be able to photograph this stuff. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Okay, so, but I'm in a big empty space with cloud walls around me and what looks like stars under my feet and stars up above. And this big empty space, cloud walls around me. What are you doing? You you playing with the charger cord? You think you need a recharge? You're already energetic enough. You tired and you think you're going to charge yourself up with that charging cord? I wouldn't do that if I were you. But that's fortunately not one of the ones that's plugged in. But quit chewing on the charger cord. Cut that out. It's not good for you. Not good for you, knucklehead. 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 Sweet little knucklehead, I don't want anything to happen to you, knucklehead. That would really hurt. Meow, meow, meow. There he is. There's the guilty party right there, chewing on Mummy's charger cord because it looks like a toy to him. It's a really cool one too. Here, I'm going to show you. Here we go. Now we really got a fancy charger cord. It lights up. Now he's confused. He's like, what? What the heck? Yeah, what the heck indeed? It's really not good for you to play with, silly cake. Ah, my little boy, don't fry yourself, okay? Where? Okay, space between. Meow, 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 meow. Chairman meow. Yep. Where? Scotty? I don't see this. Where? There's no shortcuts. That's right. Snakes with fingers? Ew. Is it a dragon? Could it be the dragon waiting? Waiting to eat the newborn? Yikes. Yikes. No. We have a whole bunch of good dragons, so I have a feeling the good dragons are not going to let that go through. Really, Scotty? I don't know where that is. I don't see any of that, but mean where I am? Hmm. That might be the dragon that's standing ready to eat the newborn. That's part of the prophecy. Hmm. Well, we're not going to let that happen. Of course not. And in the prophecy, it's not going to happen. Dragon ain't going to get that planet. Whoa. Okay. Wow. Okay. I won't be able to stay on much longer. I don't think. I think I'm going to have to lie down soon. Just when it's getting interesting, doggone. Or unless this means I'm going to. Something's going on. I don't know what this is. I'm going to leave you guys here to chat. I'll be back. Oh yeah, that's my yeah, that's my gangsta. That's my the shaman life chose me gangsta photo, gangsta shaman photo. How do you like it? Beep beep toot toot. All these words in my ear, saying a whole lot of things I ain't trying to hear. Get back, motherfucker! You don't know me like that. Get back, motherfucker! You don't know me like that. Yeah, that was my gangsta look. Yeah, I think I did pretty good. I think I looked pretty good there. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think I looked pretty gangsta there. Ah! Mhm. Yeah, I told you. I'm Shaman G. So are you, Chloe. Count and Countess. She's a count and Countess. She's a killer G. But we just know her by Chloe. When G starts counting 1, 2, 3, things are gonna be like they used to be. And when she says 2, 3, 4, nothing's gonna be the same anymore. And when she finally counts to 10, you had better be her friend, or you may never be seen again. Here's my poetry. Kick your ass. That's right. Yeah, don't make me get the pimp stick out. Okay. I don't know what was going on there, but I needed to, yeah, I just needed to get a drink of water, move around. Something's going on. Yeah, I might be going off to an emergency meeting. You may be right about that. I'm not sure. Not sure. But yeah, something's up again. Again. And we know from last time that something's trying to happen, and I'm not sure what yet. So I'm not sure which thing is trying to happen right now. So maybe I'll start busting a move in some realm. Anyway, this is what I do to calm myself down sometimes. I've been crocheting again. I'm one of those crotchety people, crochetety, crotchety. I'm going to make a bunch of these and put them together into some kind of a pattern and make something. I'm not sure what yet. Anyway, yeah, I was just, uh, something's going on. Having trouble staying in my body again. Having trouble feeling like I'm bouncing around. Feeling like I'm hyperactive and too warm. I'm going through all kinds of transformations, you guys. You're definitely going to take a walk about around Jupiter. Yeah, no kidding. Pure water. See, copious amounts of water, exactly. You want it, you got it, you want it, baby, you got it. Uh, uh. Hmm. You want to come on up, anybody? There's the link. Want to come up and explain anything? Chloe, you could tell us about some of the stuff or not. It's okay. I'm fine. But yeah, I'm gonna have to keep some cold water nearby just so that I don't that seems to be helping a lot, but now I've got very floaty. I'm very something's up. I don't know, some kind of change is happening. Here we go again. I'm just gonna take it in stride. Okay, another change. Another change. Maybe I'll go into talking. Yeah, I'm probably about to speak some light language again. Okay, here it comes. I don't know what it's going to be for. Chloe will probably tell you though. Nota, undika po. Ya, bidisanam ko. Idak, adakarobo. Inyakaribo, inikarijiskanamanaya. Oria, biriaskariya, Oria, Boruisria various Corona, Ricorania Catia, Griapi, Eriscaria Various Brahman, Nidia, Priscria, Oria Priscaria, Brigas, Cosuria, Media. In Capa, Nicoria, Eriscara, Amcara, Baris, Coria, bringing a card, a Priscria, and Chivaria, Scotodin, Cata, Hambo, Picatia, Yaba bitiskira pa ko, prikiriskira ba namigyan ko ko. Murisk ba rin yan katikamba, ngarigaras ko nila. Ibaras ka rin ba mbori ibaras ka mo ba yan ko ra para. Abara gara na dis ko mo, gradi ka mo, baras ko para siya ba rin ko mo dia ba ya. Ha, ha, whoa, whoa. Have no need of drugs. No. Wow, that's intense. This is a very intense energy. Very intense. My gosh. This person is huge. It must be. Is it my higher self? Is it one of my higher selves? Is it one of my bigger fractals? Is it one of what they call my larger self? What? Wow. Oh my gosh. It's hard to describe the way this feels. It's like whatever is around me is huge. Huge. It's like being surrounded by something huge. It's like, that's them, Scotty. Yeah, no, I have been sleeping, wanting to sleep. I just want to sleep. I just want to sleep. The sun? Maybe. It's huge. Whatever it is, it's warm and it's huge. Really huge. Takamiyara. Irishanara. Vira. Pore yara getaka. Ifaraya Kanikias for Maria. Ifiram, Parajas Maria for Aurora. We Ibita Hatkarova. Arabako, Avarish Hebreria. Ayak, on to copy Scalini, American Sciri Pika. Avari out of Severa. Ibat, whatever Kuduria. Ifaradi, it's Kitabrani, Kutua. Inka, you pescara, and you got go to Pereira's going to get Preva. Part of Grace Cavadium to get up on Badiga in a quarter high, but in Wahaya, what really here. Actually, what else? Hara, what is Cavari's Cavami, Garabret, what here. Or Ashara had the best. Get here, Mammy Catagara. I would kill his Gunarawa. When you're what? Idicaris can get up. Yavara got would have Panani or what is happening here. Ifara, Upuria, Riesca de Media, Bidvarius Media, Nature's Canadian Media. What are you? Pariaram Media. Yeram, Yeraram, Pariara, Pariara. Okay, well, that was pretty final. Whatever that was, they were pretty final about that. That was like exclamation point. Shoot, this is something else, you guys. This is a real trip. You need to bring what here? What am I bringing here? Uh, instructions. Got to pull them into orbit. These people, these beings. Cool, Lewis. And Cowboy has a few words to say. Pleiadians. Yeah, we're gonna move. We're moving. Moving day is coming. Moving day is coming. It's not an earthly move. It's not like moving house exactly. No, we're moving day is coming. Okay. Yeah, moving day is coming. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm. So get yourselves ready. We won't need to. I guess we'll be leaving everything in the parking lot. Yeah. You coming, cowboy? I think you probably are. Coming along? I hope so. I think you are. I think our animals are coming. It may not be in the same way. Hi, Louis. It's a reminder. What, the moving day is coming? No shit. Yeah, we don't know how long it takes for a planet to birth. What does that labor process looks like? What? Yeah, it's going to be something completely. Hey, this is the show we paid to see, right? We see a big portal. I think I did that. I think I did that. I think that's what I was doing. My family is connected with the portal system somehow. I've been told that for a long time. Really clear images. Well, good. Does it have any colors? Let me see if I can see it. Oh, 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 it's big. Wow. Wow. Oh, yeah, we got some really big energies going here. I'm feeling it. Scotty's seeing it. I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it. Holy molasses. It's big. This is a big, 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 big thing. Yeah, this is easily big. Oh my gosh. Something I remembered. Portals open when a new soul comes in. Is that the portal? Is that the soul coming in? You know, Jupiter is huge, right? Jupiter's a gas giant. That little spot, that VJJ, that spot on Jupiter, the Earth can fit into there several times. That's how big Jupiter is. Maybe that's what's all around me. Maybe that's it. Oh my gosh. If the portal's opening, then the soul's getting ready to come in. I think. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but see, Lewis, his female counterpart is Juno. I don't think it's Yaldi, but I don't know. Yaldabaldi. But yeah, you're right. Jupiter is associated with Yaldabaoth. But Juno would be the female counterpart. Geez, I don't know, folks. It's so convoluted. It's so complicated. It is a big universe out there. And from an earthly perspective, extremely complex. I'm sure I know all about it in my larger self, but from an earthly viewpoint, it's crazy big and very complicated. All is not as it seems. Yeah, I'm getting all is not as it seems. But if a portal's opening, something's coming through. Chicken broth on steroids? What? Oh my god. Yeah, Sophia created Yaldabaoth. Oh, see, apparently Venus was birthed from Earth. Yeah, Zeus. Zeus spit out Venus. It grazed. I'll catch everybody up. It grazed Mars. Roger found the trough on Mars where Venus grazed Mars. It tore away some of Mars's atmosphere. It sent Venus spinning in the reverse like it is now, um, spinning the wrong way. It was cataclysmic on Earth and actually was one of the extinction events. So the birth of Venus was an extinction event, a mass extinction event. So that was like a birth that went very, very rough in this solar system. Now, this next one is supposed to be better than that. Maybe we're ensuring that this next one is going to be a much easier birth than that. That may be what we're doing. Yeah, well, Venus went through a very, very rough birth. Very rough. And then, like I said, skidded across Mars, tore away some of the atmosphere, knocked it out of its orbits, ended up getting spinning the wrong way, ended up speeding up the orbit of or the rotation of the Earth and knocking us on our axis, knocking us all on our axis. And like I said, extincted a bunch of species, mass extinction event. There were a few survivors. They carved the stories in stone. Maybe we're making sure that nothing like that's going to happen this time. That's what I think. Bringing you up to date with the story. I think we're making sure that that same event kind of thing does not happen this time, that it's much more positive event than that was, because that was really rough for the whole solar system. It's not great. Nope, your tummy is turning. Yeah, calm, but yes, and it's very warm, right? Very, very warm. Right. Wow. So are we feeling a planet giving birth? Well, that's something to tell the grandkids, if we ever have any grandkids. I don't expect I will, since I have no children. But that's something to tell the younger people someday. Well, yeah, heck. Can you imagine? Well, yeah, I helped birth that planet there, this planet here. Yeah, we were birthing a planet. Animals be able to talk? Yeah, I think they talk now. We just don't understand them. Yeah. I'm gonna have to take this off, man. I'm gonna have to take off this thing. Too damn hot. There's a lot of energy running through. Yeah, she must be getting ready to it probably won't be that much longer. Whoa, not for very much longer.